I'm here with Con Mitsos from Plunkett, the Good Skin and Good Health people. Today we're going to be talking about problem skin and in particular eczema and dermatitis, which unfortunately so many of us have to deal with. Con, can you tell me the difference between the two?
Well, Maritza, dermatitis is an umbrella term which really relates to just irritation and inflammation of the skin, whereas eczema is a specific skin condition and that can be extremely severe. The skin becomes red, it becomes flaky, it can blister and weep, and it can be very unsightly and very painful.
It's a really uncomfortable condition and I've seen so many people experience it, even infants and children. It's horrible.
And look, one of the challenges we face is we need to recognise what we can do to reduce the triggers that can exacerbate the condition and cause it to flare up.
Okay.
And they can be things like diet, so we need to watch our diet, and a doctor can prescribe what sort of things we can maybe try to eliminate, which could help us there. Obviously UV, which is well known, and stress. And they cause the immune system to become suppressed. And that means that the condition can flare out of control.
What are the tips that you've got in your experience with this that you can recommend to people with eczema?
Well, if we do our best in those areas, we can also then look at the skin and use products on the skin that can really greatly assist us in controlling the condition. So a product like NS Sensitive Skin Cleanser, which I know we've talked about before, is the perfect product to cleanse the skin because it doesn't contain soaps and detergents. Eczema is also a soap and detergent intolerant condition. So using NS Sensitive Skin Cleanser means we can cleanse the skin without inflaming it further or making it worse in the cleansing stage.
I know a lot of dermatologists recommend a cortisone cream that we can use to get the inflammation down. Is there anything you can use after that to sort of maintain the health of the skin? Because I know there's a lot of negativity with cortisone creams as well. It can do a lot of harm.
Well, the reason for that, Maritza, is because cortisone, which works effectively and quickly to reduce the inflammation, it works by reducing blood flow to the area. And if we understand that, that's why people commonly say, oh, I know that it will thin my skin and it will leave it fragile at the end of the course, which is what happens. So it's important, what do we do after we've finished the course of cortisone? And the good news is we can do two things. We have a product which is designed to replace the lost lipids in the skin. It's called NS Extra Dry Skin Moisturiser, and the natural emollients replace those lost lipids in the skin, which means we can have that protective barrier function restored. And that's important to prevent those external triggers. But we can do more. We can use a product called NS21 Skin Repair Treatment, and that actually works to rebuild the skin, to increase cellular metabolism and to improve the immune response so our skin can bounce back after its cortisone course and come back to good health. And that means that our period of time between the episodes of flare-ups can be extended, and even the flare-ups themselves can be reduced in their intensity.
And it's good to know that there's natural products on the market that you can use in replacement of chemicals, which are so readily available.
And so they would be chemicals in general, which the NS range is free from, but also petrochemicals, which are commonly used in products. So it's good to know that we have got a natural range without either of those two concerns.
Absolutely. Now I know there's another issue, which is diabetes.
Well, sadly, it is a growing concern in Australia, and one of the challenges we face is diabetes sufferers, because of poor circulation, will have poor skin condition. And that means that little scratches and tears in the skin or bruises can take much longer to heal than normal. And so it's important for us to see what we can do to improve that, and we certainly can with our NS21 Skin Repair Treatment. That can significantly improve the healing time. And obviously with diabetes sufferers, there's also loss of sensitivity. And that means that if they're wanting to remove thick and callous skin, which is common in hands and feet, they cannot and must not use physical or mechanical abrasion, because they can't feel pain as much as they ought, and so therefore they can rub too far, and infection, which is a high risk for diabetes sufferers, can be a real concern.